Hey, collective. Hey. Welcome back to the Oracle's Desk. I apologize for something I shouldn't be apologizing for, which is getting sick. But I have been ill, and I have not been able to do anything except run to the grocery store and take care of my sick child, who is also ill. So, yay! We're going to end 2025 with a bang, collective. You know what I'm saying? That being said, I am here now. I have vacuumed the desk. The only way to clean it. And, guys, in this video, you will hear me coughing. You will hear me blowing my nose. I will try to do so away from the camera. You will also hear that my voice is not 100% because I am ill. So if that is something that bothers you or triggers you, please forgive me. And allow me to give you this moment to exit out. And for the rest of you who can handle the Odin energies, let's get into these charms. I have been thinking about the drinking warning charm. And so I'm like, it's Friday. I got to get this out just in case it's anything relevant. Not that we should be hyper vigilant about, our drinks and things, especially as a single lady now. But, we should be mindful anyway. But just in case, if there's any warnings or anything, we're going to look into that. There's also metals market weirdness going on, and we have a San Francisco trip. And then we have alchemizing love. We had a victory of comedy and tragedy. We had a beautiful enchanted peacock and a, what is this called again? Pacifier. So I don't know if a new beautiful peacock enchanted baby swan creature is coming and it's a baby, or it needs to be pacified, or somebody who's ritzy needs to be pacified. I don't know, collective. We're going to let the cards tell us, but all this is happening in Sag season. Excuse me. So if that interests you in any way, shape, or form, get a beverage and allow me to clear the energy really fast. And we'll get started. I can't burn anything today. I'm so sensitive. I haven't even been able to sing. Ooh, that is sharp. I've never heard it this sharp before. I'm not even hitting it that hard. It's that high, the highest high pitch. I don't know. That's strange. All right, we're high air today. And somebody is looking for a bone. That sounds like a Sheree Whitfield, the bone dragger. If you watch Housewives, you'll understand. If you don't, Sheree Whitfield is the one on the show that is always causing drama, always, collective. I wonder if she'll behave the magic wand. Oh, she will. Eleanor, are you ready? She's ready, guys. Okay, let's go. I love when I see the Ten of Swords. Like, what? I'm very drawn to this, too, I have to say. There's something about this, the weight, and the hangman. Oh, and the knot. And the knot used to tie the hangman. I don't know, collective. Something about that. Let's see if it comes up. I don't know how long this will be. I am still in and out of a fever a little bit. 441444. Wow. Queen of Swords. High air. Did I not say? High air with the Queen of Swords, ladies and gents. High air with the Queen of Swords. I have that song in my head. Something like, it's Prince, right? Flirty mama, I know how to undress me. I just need your extra time and your kiss. Julia Roberts in the bathtub. Pretty Woman, right? Quit singing. God wants you to stop singing, Jasmine. Kiss. Yeah, that cute bubble bath scene, right? I love that scene. I think about that often. Yes. I like a bubble bath collective. I'm going to let the cards fall out right now instead of cutting the deck. High air. No, let's get another deck. High air. Reason. Cunning. Intellect. We need Shakespeare. We need Shakespeare. We need the wisdom of Shakespeare. The queen is here. The high queen, the cold queen, the hanging judge. I love a hanging judge, I'm not going to lie. Unless I'm in front of the hanging judge, and then I don't love the hanging judge. But to watch? Oh, yes, please. Margaret. Thou slander of thy mother's heavy womb. Thou loathed issue of thy father's loins. Ooh. Tarry, rash wanton. I am not I thy lord. Midsummer's Night Dream. Oh, another one. Villainous whore, filth, thou liest. We'll put that one back because I know no one in my collective is lying. But this poor soul here, the wolves are here too. She's at the top of the cloud mountain, high air, did I not say, collective? Thou slander of thy mother's heavy womb, thou loathed issue of thy father's loins. Richard III, Margaret, Oberon, Terry rash wanton, am I not thy lord? Midsummer's Night Dream. I wish I remembered the scene that was in. Excuse me. There's something to that. There's something to that. Interessante. What shall we get into now? I feel like this is politics, right? Like family politics. You know what? We don't need to do. We'll do high intellect, but we'll do very simple symbols. Maybe that'll help us bring this energy that's come across my desk down, and we can understand what it wants us to know. What do you want us to know? How many ever cards you say? I'm tired of trying to manage Spirit. Because Spirit likes to make me look silly and then giggle. Let's be honest, though, I laugh most at myself. Donner and Blitzen, Comet and Cupid and Darn. But the most famous one of all... Nope, that's wrong. Those lyrics are wrong. The most famous reindeer of all. Come on, collective. You ready? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Someone, the unassuming hero. Then one foggy Christmas Eve. Do you see the synchronicity right here? Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? And how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. There's something about her being above the clouds. See how and I mentioned the clouds earlier, did I not, collective? There's a storm rumbling underneath her feet. There's a storm rumbling underneath her feet. 11:11 on the clock. She has red shoes on, collective. That may bear some significance to who this person is. To my dear, blessed, beloved Quarant. There is a storm underfoot, my high queen. Ooh! At the door. Stop. It's something new. It's something peaceful, though, and it'll help. You'll be able to see something a little better. Now, I'm definitely feeling like there's some eerie magic, and because we're above the clouds, and the Lamond was so helpful. Oh, look, 61-16-33. The king and the queen are here. Oh, these two are fighting. Like if they were speaking to each other, she would say, "Thou slander thy mother's heavy womb. Thou loathe issue of thy father's loins." And he would say, "Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?" A cloud a ship in the clouds. They never asked for Rudolph joining in the games on foggy Christmas Eve. Guide my sleigh, angels. Bouquet. Ooh. 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 Yeah. There's the house. There's the door. There are flowers on the table. This family tree grows tall but crooked. Just like something fable. I don't know why that rhyme came out like that, but if you're here for it, hit subscribe, collective. This is outside. This is inside. When you open a door, you're going to be given something nice. It is something nice. When you open the door, all right. This is kind of pretty, though. I don't know. And I can't tell really what charms this goes with yet. Although I'm leaning more towards pacify. Tarot. What kind of tarot do we need? I don't really feel like this is magic like that. Oh, Jack's still here. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you got your Christmas decorations up. You got your menu planned for those of us who will be cooking. Us, what are we, generals? What do you want us to know? Hangman. The hangman knot. There's a storm underfoot. Something about tradition, maybe. Family tradition. It's funny, I was thinking this. This could be the flowers they met. And the weight. Putting your foot down. Or the weight of the storm. As above, so below. This is giving hexed a little bit too. With the 3 gray wools remind me of the pilings in my set. I don't know if I've told you guys, but my music, I'm channeling something. I don't really know what it is. But in hexed, so you think maybe hexed, I'm in what I call the above-below theater. And it's like essentially an island in the middle of, I don't know, space. And I do battle there. If you haven't seen it, subscribe. You can also see what I look like there. I don't know if I'm going to show my face here because I really do want to see those numbers go up. We have the bouquet in the door. Well, first off, you shouldn't worry because this is, you're handling whatever this is very well. This fight between the two of you, this battle of power, I would say, in the family. It may have put the whole family in this knot, but this is a sacred Celtic knot, okay? And it's also, what's that geometry called again? Sacred geometry. It's a little part of the tree of life. I'm not very good with sacred geometry, so you will have to go and look for someone who is smarter, a much, much brighter reader than me, than I. Yeah, you have a victory, whatever this is. It's power battle. This may be with your father. Oh, you are fighting yo daddy. The emperor. Girl, your dad is not to be played with, but neither are you. You're fighting with your dad. I fight with my dad. Yeah, look. You're remembering the nostalgia. Look at that Jedi. It might be like your brother. You may have quite a large family. Wow, look at these swords come out. Woo, child. Let's leave that up. Let's leave that up. You're fighting with your dad. You may have some roses, some daisies, some lavender, or what's that flower called? I can't remember. Hollyhocks. Are they hollyhocks? Ooh, the camera flashed like that. That was weird. That was weird. Hollyhocks, something like that on your family shield. And you guys are fighting. I'm trying to help you identify who the hell this is. Your parents may be fighting. You may be older and your mom and dad may be fighting. Well, no matter what the outcome is, you can hang your wreath. It's victory. But this fighting, like, look at this fighting. Holy crap. Okay, I read this card as the High Priest in this deck. So we have the High Priest here. He's holding the money. He's doing the introspection. This is all happening in the house. He may be isolated in the house. You may be worried about him. He's planning something. So maybe you're worried he's planning something, but I wouldn't worry about it because it's something nice. You may have just recently, you may have recently lost a pet. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I lost my pet too. I miss her every day. Her name was Sugar. Yeah, you're having nostalgic memories. That was at the end though. Hold on. Because this Jedi's here. Maybe you have a brother or something. Or maybe your father was remembering when he was younger. These flashes. Something about flashes. Let me move this so I can play with her, please. Excuse my gigantic fingers, collective. Yes, I'm aware I have gigantic hands. My brother is 6'8", so if that gives you any idea, I am not small. And then we have this too. Like, look at all this fighting, yo. I don't want to say it's fighting. It's intellectually fighting, though. It's like, this is like people fighting in the cloud castle. Ooh, Magnolia. And they want to find this again. Okay, this fighting is good because this fighting is going to clear the way, clear the path, clear the fog, clear the clouds, away from this family, from your family. You may, when you because you are older, when you go home to your mother or father's house, you probably bring your children. You probably have your dog. Maybe your dog's going to miss the other pet. You've got that coming. You got a lot. Christmas, it always just adds to things. Not in a bad way, but it adds. But you may have had your childhood room in the upstairs. And I mean way upstairs, like Kevin get in the attic. Kevin, you can't have your room, get in the attic. You may have had to, maybe you're up there now while you're watching this, thinking about the past, thinking about how we're going to get past this. You're going to get past it. The family's going to get past it. Okay. If this is true about your family crest, that's how I know. This is how I know. Because the lotus is here. I was attracted to a lotus the other day as well. So this is kind of confirmation for that now that I'm thinking of that. For me, I don't know for you. Please always seek your own guides, counsel. And I'm sorry, this reading's a little low, guys. I'm still sick, like I said. You're going to have a victory with this family fight. Everyone's going to calm things together. Because remember, you love each other, right? And when you're coming from love, you can alchemize strife. Move it back into the heart space. If it's something that you can't, this is not your message. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. There might be bits and pieces in it that are yours, but this isn't like my dad hurt me when I was a child. This is not that at all. This is like, I would tell you if it was, this is like a family fight over something. I don't know. We could look to see what it's about, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it's about. The girls are fighting. That's all we care about, right? And I think you need to keep this storm underfoot and keep your focus on nostalgia, but looking ahead, because that will help everyone have a focus for after everyone kind of calms down from the fight and everyone's being reasonable again and in their rational, normal sense. And then you can be like, I want this, and lead them out of the icky energy into, what you see, going for the future for your family. Honestly, I think you guys probably are fighting over like what I'm getting. I watch a show called uh, Chateau Diaries with Stephanie Jarvis, and she bought a chateau from a family. The family had owned the chateau since the 14th century, since it was built. So it was really a family home. And this is how I learned that you do want your money to go to your oldest male heir. Because, and I'm saying this as a woman, clearly, if you can hear my voice, I'm a woman, even though my hands belie that. But I do play the piano. In my defense, I am an artist and athlete. That being said, that belies the fact that feminism has come around and now everybody wants a piece of the family and the farm and the house and everything else. Well, the Lalanders, or the family that owned the chateau that she's living in now, renovating, they had given up the oldest inherits thing and let everyone inherit. And then what happened? Yeah, everyone inherited, then the money got dispersed right away. And no one put as much in this estate as was put before. And it went and fell into really severe disrepair. And I think they were probably a good 10 years away from it being absolutely just tear down. The way they've allowed this building to dilapidate. They have a chapel. They allowed the ceiling to cave in. Anyway, because they had spread out this inheritance, it actually did hurt the family. Now I know what you're arguing about. Okay, all right, okay, I'm getting it. I'm sorry, guys, I'm sick. Okay, I'm gonna get there. So that's what happened, and the entire thing was destroyed. And the family come by and they see the stuff that Stephanie's done to the chateau. And Stephanie is a true and real patron of the arts and of music. And just keeping a beautiful home and being a good community leader, a good partner. If you haven't seen it, Chateau Diaries, it's amazing. What am I trying to say? So you might want to keep that in mind when everybody wants to get a share, but they want to keep the house, but nobody knows who's going to pay, and nobody's, because eventually, you right now you can argue about it, but at the end of the day, is this going to get taken care of? Is Dad's car collection going to be cared for, or is it going to get auctioned off? Stuff like that. I'm sorry to say. My suggestion is, if you give a care about what a stranger thinks about what's going on, I wouldn't divide the house up. I would have one person and then all of us able to go and visit that house when we need to, and for family functions and things, or for business functions and things. This must be a grand home. I love a good house. I love a good decor. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. We had better homes and gardens where I'm from. So if you know, the houses in Des Moines, especially in Des Moines West, not West Des Moines West, the center, we get fights. Our homes are gorgeous. Gorgeous. South of Grand, Greenfield, just absolutely gorgeous. Greenwood, excuse me. What's caught my mind? Yeah, the oaks there are spectacular. The trees are gigantic. Yeah, this might be on your property. It might be why we have the tree card here. And you might have a couple brothers. You might have an uncle that's older, or an older uncle. Yeah, look, these two fighting, that's not going to work. These two fighting is just not going to work. It'll bring it all down. Maybe tell them the story about the chateau, the Lalande Chateau. because, yeah, to divide this up, we'll hang this property up. I need confirmation. No, not magic. There's no magic here. Maybe the Akashic. I keep being drawn to it. I have to caution this deck, guys, every time because I have no idea what's going to come out here, and I usually just grab what I feel is relevant. So let me give it a shuffle. I said there's no magic here. Witch doctor. Ha ha ha, spirit. Whew, my energy level is like, pew. Let's see if I'm right. I need a little confirmation, please. On this family inheritance, this family feud. Wow. That was an impressive amount of cards to shuffle. Let's go through it one more time. Love is going around. Yeah, pull all this down, keep it in love, and really look American frontier. This is land, girl. And don't you know the motherland? And don't you know that I didn't watch Yellowstone, but I watched the highlights of it, and I've been really into just the highlights. I don't really like TV anymore. But yeah, this is land, guys. Look, there's the tree. Right there. Land ho. You guys have cattle? Might be in Texas. You might be in Iowa. I did mention Iowa. I have mentioned California. My advice, if you were looking for advice from somebody who had no passion in it at all, my advice is keep the house nice. Keep the acreage nice. Keep the homestead nice. Maybe you can work out a deal where the brother who works the farm gets the farm. Or the eldest. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe the eldest doesn't work the farm, but the little brother does. The eldest does need to understand that he cannot do it without his brother. You guys will lose everything. And I'll tell you, my ex's family owned a great swath of California, and they lost it in the first generation. And it has absolutely scarred the family deeply, deeply scarred. So when I say this to you as a warning, as somebody from the other side, also my family, and I just thought about this the other day because I'm about to short the banks. And I was just thinking the other day, I'm going to get granddaddy's money back from these bankers for him having to sell his acreage because we were boons, okay, in Iowa. So we have, we were quite a great large family at one time. And my daughter, my other ex, they're Brits, and they had a lot of land there in Iowa. So this might be like why this reading's here. But I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who's living on the edges of the disaster and ruin of losing land, give up on some of this stuff and learn the lesson of the Lalanders. I suggest you go and you look at that castle. You go and look at that castle when she bought it and look at it now, and you'll be like, holy cow, I can't believe it. It was a dilapidated ruin. It was a ruin. And my suggestion to you is if you really care about your lineage and your legacy, you keep that there and make it so you guys can go and visit and, do things that you need to do that will help you make money and help the farm make money. And, whatever you can do to compromise, don't tear it apart because let me tell you, on the other side is very cold. It's very cold. All right. I really hope this helped. I am so sorry that it took 34 minutes, but I appreciate you sitting here with me. And if you want to help my nonsense, you can support me by shopping at my shop Big Kid Treehouse .shop, where we have everyday low prices and free shipping, because we're in a treehouse, so we can do that. We have low overhead. We have very few workers. And yeah, out west. You could be out where oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play. Why did I say pray? That's weird. All right, I'm out, guys. I'm going to go lay down. Thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing this excellent energy to my desk. And I will catch you in another video. Bye.